Great.
Good. Okay, my name is Jay Cosme. I'm 25 years old. I'm a regional director in the company, and that'll make sense to you guys here in a little bit. A little bit about myself. I'm from Grand Prairie, graduated from South Grand Prairie High School in 2004, graduated from Northwood University in 2008 with my degree in marketing. Quickly after that, like my good friend Quincy Jones, we went and got our PhD. But for us, it stood for poor, hungry, and determined. I've been working as I've been working as a sales rep for a freight company the last 3.5 years. I also own my own clothing line. I run a social networking website, and I also do event promotion on the side. So I always have my hand in a lot of different things. About 3 months ago, my cousin Omar, we were working together at the time. He approached me at work and said, "Hey Jay, I have something I want you to see." The last time he told me he had something he wanted me to see, we had spent $1,500 to join a company where we had to get people to buy this powder from us every single month. Now, it might not have been bad, but the powder was $100 every single month. So we were going to old folks' homes telling these people, "Hey, look, if you guys get this powder every single month, you're going to live a lot longer." To make a long story short, it didn't work for us. Not that the company didn't work, but it didn't work for us. So I simply told him, "Hey, look, man, I got too many things going on right now. I'm really not interested." Him being the persistent guy that he is, I worked with him. So for 2 weeks straight, every single day, he said, "Jay, I have something I want you to see. All I need is 30 minutes." Every day I told him no. On the weekends, it made it easier because I could hit the ignore button, but he sat across from me at work, so I couldn't. So I realized, hey, look, he's not going to let up on me until I see what he has for me. I went to his house. I sat down at his kitchen table with a guy by the name of Quincy Jones, and Quincy asked me one of the most important questions anybody had ever asked me. He said, "Jay, what's more important to you, your job or your family?" I said, "That's easy, of course, my family." He said, "Well, why do you spend more time at work than you do with them?" I said, "Well, honestly, that's all I know how to do is work, trade hours for dollars." He said, "What if I showed you a way to flip the two? You spend the majority of your time with your family, and you give the rest of the time what's left over." I said, "I'm interested." He said, "First off, you have to understand how money is made. Money is currency, and currency means to flow. If you don't understand how it's made, it'll flow by you for the rest of your life." He sat down, he drew this out, so I drew this out so I can explain this to you guys. This is a cash flow quadrant right here. 98% of Americans fall on the left side of the quadrant. On the left side of the quadrant, you have E that stands for employee. You go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, you don't get paid. I call that the 40-40 plan. You work 40 hours a week for 40 years and hope to retire. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys can go to SSA.gov, which stands for Social Security Administrative.gov. They've been keeping track of employees since the beginning of the industrialized revolution. 95% of Americans, when they hit the age of 65, are either dead or broke. 95% of Americans, when they hit the age of 65, are either dead or broke. My mom, she told me, she said, "Jay, go to school, get good grades, work for a successful company." Back in the old days, that might have worked. But in these days, the proof is in the pudding. It's there. I'm not making this up, so you guys can go check that out. That's E. S stands for self-employed. My grandmother owns her own business. She owns 2 daycare centers in Grand Prairie. Before an old-timer, she was working 70, 80, 90 hours a week. She owned her own business, but her business owned her. So, okay, that makes sense. The goal is to get to the right side of the quadrant, where you have B that stands for big business and I that stands for investor. When you get to the right side, that's where money starts working for you. The type of investor they're talking about, you have to have $1 million in the bank and make $300,000 a year annually. So, well, I don't have $1 million in the bank and I don't make $300,000 a year annually. If anybody in here does, I have a clothing line. I'd like to sit down and talk to you. We're going to talk about big business here, and I'll put this down. There's 3 ways to get into big business. Number 1 is to be the CEO of your own major corporation. Well, I understood the reason why most people don't own their own small business is money and risk. A corporation is defined as having 500 or more people in your organization. So I said, okay, that might be a long shot. Number 2, franchising. Everyone in here would love to own their own McDonald's. $1.2 million in liquid assets. What does that get you? That gets you sent to Hamburger University. a real university in Chicago, Illinois. They teach you everything about running your own McDonald's. If my favorite colors are blue and green, I couldn't change the colors to blue and green. The colors are red and yellow. If I want to change it to the Big Cameron, I couldn't change it to the Big Cameron. It's the Big Mac. You pay $1.2 million. You buy into the system. As long as you follow the system, it will work. Again, as long as you follow the system, it will work. I can't wait to get my $1.2 million because I'm definitely going to open up me a McDonald's. But I didn't have it, so I said, okay, what's the third and final way? Third and final way is called network marketing. Key word is work. It's not called not work marketing, it's called network marketing. And the only time you see success before work is in the dictionary. So for me, to be honest, when he said network marketing, not that I was closed-minded about it, but every network marketing company I had heard of has something to do with pills, powders, potions, lotions, juices, gadgets, gadgets, knives, real estate, makeup. In my opinion, things that were networked to death, and I wasn't interested in doing that. I'm good enough to get my mother to buy makeup for me once, maybe twice. Every month for a year, I don't know, and I didn't want to find out. So selling makeup, if I have a great month in January, what am I going to have to do in February? I'm either going to have to sell to the same exact people or find new people to sell it to. I wasn't interested in it. He said, look, Jay, I don't need you to be interested in that. All I need you to do is have an open mind. And I was told your mind is like a parachute. It does not work unless you keep it open. So he said, going into this, I just want you to keep an open mind and just look at it. And my job, I'm going to set everybody's mind here at ease. My job, Antoine's job, is not to sell you on anything or convince you that this is for you. Our job is just to give you 100% of the information and let you guys make a quality decision. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see how this clicker works here. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Momentous. I like this quote. There is no security on earth, there is only opportunity, by Douglas MacArthur, and that's the truth. We're going to be talking about deregulation, and deregulation equals opportunity. The airline industry deregulated, and they gave birth to Southwest Airlines. The telecom industry deregulated, and they gave birth to Sprint. Currently, energy is being deregulated all across the nation, in all states. So from now until 2015, all states will be deregulated, giving consumers an opportunity to find a lower cost provider for themselves. Why is this important? Well, before 2002, if you lived in Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you either had TXU or you were using candles. You didn't have a choice. Senate Bill 7 was passed. They came in and they said, TXU, we're not going to allow you to charge these consumers whatever you want. Senate Bill 7 was passed. It opened up the market for competition. And when you have competition, simple economics, it brings prices down. You have Crest, you have Colgate, you have Coke, you have Pepsi. You have options. Quote Warren Buffett. If I said this, not too many people will listen, but Warren Buffett said it. He said the deregulation of energy will be the largest transfer of wealth in our nation's history. That is powerful right there. Who are we? We are Momentis. We are the marketing arm for Just Energy, or what I like to call the customer gathering division. Who is Just Energy? Just Energy is a Just Energy is a $3 billion a year company, publicly traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange. They have the largest North American footprint with 3.4 million customers. This slide is outdated right now. This company is not on trial. They've been around. They're going to be around. So right now, we are currently at the right place at the right time. And I hear Antoine ask all the time, when's the best time to get on a plane, in the ground or in the air? Of course on the ground. We have an opportunity, no matter where you sit on the Momentis plane. Everyone has a first class ticket. Don't have a coach class mentality, or you will miss your opportunity. Currently, we have 3 services: Momentis Energy, which is powered by Just Energy; Momentis TV, which is powered by DirecTV; and Momentis 4G, powered by Clear. DirecTV, is the largest cable provider in the United States. Clear Wireless is the fastest 4G network in the United States. Just Energy is currently in 14 states and 5 provinces in Canada.